Respected dear friends, welcome you all. How good it is to look at you all every day and feel myself as a youngster and get inspired from you, your dynamism and activeness. Thus, I also try my best to remain in that active, dynamic mood so that I can achieve my goals. I have only two goals. One, reaching the Lord. Second is just to express my love to you through these Geetha and other text Jnanam distributing or sharing with you. Congratulations, that ninth chapter, that means half of the Geetha we are almost about to complete. Congratulations also that you are being regular, sincere. Congratulations that you have come out of that cocooned shell that I can't understand Gita. Gita is not required for us. No, it is only for the oldies. Now I have to achieve my these life's ambitions. I'm sure from that wrong notions regarding our Shastras, you have come out and you have understood that our Shastras indicate us the here goals and goals hereafter, also the means and preparations and tips and techniques and precautions, all the things that are required, our Shastras guide us in. Now, by now, you must be clear. And they inspire us to take the higher, deeper spiritual goals so that as a human being, you can fulfill them. Clear? Now today's suggestion, like every day, is what? Ki let move on, moving on must be your, let us say, slogan of life. The moment you stop, immediately others will overtake you. They will grab the opportunities and things you will not achieve. By the time you reach, it is over. See that 36 chamber of Shaolin and other things. Relatively delayed. Others have gone and they got everything. When he goes, empty vessels are there. What's that which stops us from moving is only one thing, our laziness. So check it. Don't allow that to overpower. Take little rest when required, but move on, moving on towards your whatever the goal chosen with all the abilities and resources. Life should be like marathon. In the huge long marathon race of 15,000 meters, that's 15 kilometers, en route they offer all the water, Coca-Cola, oh cool drink lagate hai. So when you are moving on, the Ishvara will provide what's required. Never be lazy, lethargic. Move on, moving on. Go on, going on. Work on, working on should be our slogan in life. Be conscious about how the body and mind and intellect are becoming lazy. And unproductive, non-functional, etc. Guard yourself from those nonsenses. Clear? Now, like every day, I welcome you, love you, extend my salutations, gratitudes, wishes, and prayers. They will always be there every day because you deserve them, because you are the wonderful youngster student of Bhagavan Krishna's this great, grand, glorious wisdom Bhagavad Gita. Like every day, today also we have three topics. One is Bhagavad Gita, second common sense thought, third one is learning of chanting and meaning of Balamukunda Ashtakam. Two we have seen. Today we will see the third sloka of Balamukunda Ashtakam. Then the common sense thought. Let us see what Bhagavan gives. In Bhagavad Gita, we are in ninth chapter. You know by now the name of the chapter is Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya Yogam. In this Jnanam regarding what exactly the Lord is given to us, that Lord is all pervading and in us also. And He will be known as our own self in experience, not as any perception through any of the faculties. Then, how to experience the Lord, who is there in my heart as well as in the entire world? That is called as Vignanam. That Vignanam leads to the Vignanam called Anubhuti. So, Bhagavan has given Jnanam in the fourth and fifth sloka. Sixth, he gave the example. He gave the other Jnanam regarding how the entire world is created by him, nay, the Prakriti under his supervision, under his presidency. That also we saw. Third point, what we saw was such Lord, when He is giving the people what they deserve according to their actions or karma, good or bad, He is not bound by them because He is not doing it with ego or selfishness. See, I am telling you every day the essence, summary, so that you just recollect it and try to grasp that we also have to live life like this for us to experience the liberation or the moksha. Okay. Then the next sloka we talked about ki Bhagavan says it is not me actually the creator, in my presence the prakriti. This is done. After this portion is done, now the next portion Bhagavan takes up about how the Rakshasi Asuri Prakriti people, not knowing the Lord to be divine, they take Lord as only a human being because he came in the Rama or Krishna avatara. Thus humiliate him. Avagnya insult karte hain. And not only they do avagnya of God and therefore they don't take help from him. They in their inadvertence or ignorance involve in such type of activities which not only don't fetch them the results but they bind them because those actions are not sanctioned by the scriptures which are given by the Lord, and the Lord is made the world. We are supposed to live in the world as told by Him. In a company, when you join, what the boss says you have to do. We are in this company of the world. The boss is Lord. We have to live life as He says. So these people that way suffer. Themselves trouble totality. Second portion said was there are Daivim Prakriti Mashritaha Mahatmanaha. Then how do they worship me? Bhagavan is sharing it with such a joy. Actually, no, bhajanti ananya manasaha jnatva bhutadim avyayam. They know me truly, that I am the cause of the entire world, and the world comes and goes from me into me, and I am eternal. In this way, knowing me to be Bhuta Adi, knowing me to be Avyam, what they do? Ananya manasaha, with single pointed mind, they do my own bhajan. So therefore, for many years, when we do the Daivi Prakriti developing japa, puja, upasana, tirthayatra, bhajana kirtana, attending satsang, going to the temple, guru seva, these all things create the Daivi Prakriti. That Daivi Prakriti, nature Prakriti means, gives the intellect such a power to know the cause of this whole world to be the Lord, and that Lord is always permanently there. He is the one projecting the world, taking back in. Thereafter, because of their pure Daivi Prakriti heart, they find the fulfillment in life is not in indulgences like you and I. The fulfillment in life is in recognizing the Lord. That happens by His grace. Grace comes when the devotion and surrender is expressed by us. Devotion and surrender we develop and do it by doing always the service of God. That service of God is called as bhajanti. So, mam jnatva bhutadim abhyam, knowing me to be the cause of everything, eternal, imperishable. From me only everything comes. I only give everything to everyone. Knowing all that, by becoming ananya manasaha, they do my bhajana only. Okay, that is what Bhagavan says. Then how do they do the bhajana? The satatam kirtayanto mam. These things we started doing, 2 shlokas. Then thereafter, why do they do? Because everything is me only. That portion we are in. Let us slowly enter into that. Clear? Let us start our prayers of every day. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanao Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhetamastu, मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः ॐ आदित्याय च सोमाय मङ्गलाय बुधाय च गुरुशुक्रशनिभ्यश्च राहवे केतवे नमः ॐ जपा कुसुमसङ्काशं काश्यपेयं महाद्युतिं तमोघ्नं सर्वपापघ्नं प्रणतोऽस्मि दिवाकरम् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Friends, these are our everyday mantras. Depending on that day, today being Sunday, that devatas, one or two mantras I am adding. So with that, let us tune to each other. Let us tune to the Lord. Ask Him to bless us for the fruitful accomplishment of our being together for this half an hour, 40 minutes. Now, what are the three things today? The first one is Bhagavad Gita. As I just now gave the introduction and the essence and summary of what we have seen so far, it is avoid the Rakshasi Asuri Prakriti. Avoid neglecting the God and insulting Him. Avoid in Moghasha, Moga Karmanaha, Moga Jnana Vichetasa. Avoid in having vain hopes, vain activities, and unnecessary collection of unwanted, fruitless information. Thus, be a person of wasting the life. Then what to do? Be a person of Daivi Prakriti. Prakriti is your nature. Daivi Prakriti is the divine nature. Divine nature is the Sattva Guna and Sattva Guna qualities. Asattva Guna qualities of having Shraddha Bhakti in God, having Prema and Kshama to the world, having service attitude everywhere, and Ahimsa, Dana Dharma, all these are called Daivi Prakriti. Have that Daivi Prakriti. Then, what is the Daivi Prakriti does? Two things. Daivi Prakriti person, one is what? Jnatva Bhuta Adim Avyayam. So the advice given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna and all of us is what? Don't consider me only a human being just because I came as Rama and Krishna in human avatar. That was required for accomplishing that work. But in general, who am I? Know me that Bhuta Adim. I am the substratum for the entire universe. भूतों का आदि हूं मैं कारण हूं फ्रॉम मी ओनली दे ऑल हैव कम इन मी ओनली दे आर देयर इनटू मी ओनली दे गो I support when they are there in every aspect of them. That is me. Know this, Jnatva. So to Avyayam. Know that I am imperishable, I am always there. Now, one Jnanam about the Lord is what? The Nirguna Nirakara Avyakta Murti. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyaktamurtina matstani sarvabhutani nacha ahanteshu avastitaha nacha matstani bhutani. This is the supreme truth which is in the core of everyone in us also. We have to discover our identity with them, with that person, that Lord. That is called as one jnanam regarding Bhagavan. That is the transcendental knowledge. That is called the knowledge absolute, true about the Lord. The final knowledge of the Lord as Nirguna Nirakara, as Parabrahma. But the same Lord is there as Ishvara with his Maya Shakti doing Sushti Sthiti Laya. That Lord only has come as Krishna. Therefore, that Krishna or Rama who's kaun hai wo, in that avatara he is there, but he is beyond. Like an IAS officer, that day servant has not come. So he is just cleaning his table, let us say. By looking at him, he is cleaning table. Do we say that he is only a cleaning person, a worker at home? No, he is big officer. The entire district magistrate is. About that time it was required, nobody is there, he did it. Same way Bhagwan came as Rama, Krishna, there also he did great leelas, no doubt. That doesn't mean that is only that. He is Bhuta Adi, he is Abhyam. Again and again, contemplating on that, accept the presence of that Lord who is the beginning of entire creation, who is imperishable, even though everything is perishing. He alone came as Krishna or Rama or any other Upasya Devata. That way, fill your heart regarding the knowledge about Bhagavan. One Nirguna Nirakara Jnanam about Bhagavan, that is Avyakta Murti and all. Second is, he is the Ishvara, he is Rama and Krishna, from whom the whole world came, who is managing the whole world. He is imperishable, eternal, always there. What should be the result of these two understandings about God being Bhuta Adi, God being Avyayam? That Ananya Manasaha. Your mind will have the Ananya Bhakti towards the Lord because He is everything. You always love or serve the one from whom you are getting something. Everything is being received by us from the divine. Therefore, our mind becomes Ananya towards Him. That should become. What is the meaning of Ananya Manaha? Last 3 days I explained. I am not repeating. Everyday class, I am adding something to what you said yesterday and new thing I am teaching. Again tomorrow adding something and new thing. That is how our classes are going on. Therefore, every class has to be thoroughly heard. You can't miss anyone. So already we have seen what is the meaning of Ananya Manaha in 3-4 ways. So first, avoid the Rakshasi Asuri Prakriti. Avoid meaningless life. Second, come to the Daivi Prakriti. Third, let the Daivi Prakriti be expressed in the knowledge, Jnatva, that there is God who is Abhyam and Bhuta Adi. Again, he is Va Maya Tata Midam Sarvam also. That Lord, when you accept him like that, from him only world came, into him it is going, he is the one who is supporting when the world is continuing. Then we have to have Ananya Manaha towards him. That single pointed Bhavana of Bhakti towards him. One that Bhakti slowly starts coming, how it is expressed? Bhajanti. So entire day or life he will be spending in the bhajan of the Lord only because he is the giver of everything. Like in those days, the laborers used to be there. For them, all the food, all the staying, clothing, everything was taken by care of by the owner or the boss. Therefore, these people used to totally serve him only. It was nothing wrong, good. Later on, work was taken more, money was not given, they were not taken care. Then they were writing all the bond and all bonded labor. That is the later on, some Bhuswami or owners, out of their greed, etc., they destroyed the thing. Otherwise, someone who is providing you everything, don't you serve them? That's what whole government offices. They are giving me salary, they are giving me TA, they are giving me DA, they are giving me HRA, they are giving me the bonus, so they are giving me the increment, so then I must work in the government. In the same way, the Lord who is giving us all the Pancha Mahabhutas, without Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi, can I be alive? No. He is the giver of them to me. Should I not serve him? He is the giver of Sharira, Mana, Buddhi, Prana, Indriya. Is it wrong in doing his bhajan? Actually, na, taking, receiving everything from him, doing bhajan to somebody else, that is wrong. What we are doing is wrong actually. Be careful. Whom should we worship? Brothers, sisters, mother, father, uncle, tinkle, or our gurus? Whom should we worship first? None of them. We have to worship God first. Because He is the giver of all this. Without whom we cannot be alive. Kidney, pancreas, every part of the body given by Him, managed by Him, self repair systems given by Him. He is doing all. That is the meaning of knowing the God to be Bhuta Adi. Then Bhajanti. In that Bhajanti, what is done? With all the faculties that are given by the Lord to us, we do service of Him only. That is what is said in the sloka number 14 and 15. I will not repeat every one of them. Only the shloka I chant. So, what is the sequence of the thought? Those who gave up Rakshasi Asuri Prakriti and stopped indulging in the nonsense. Those who took up Daivi Prakriti and by Guru's grace came to know about the Lord to be the Bhuta Adi and Avyayam. Therefore develop Ananya Manaha towards the God. Now they are doing in their entire life bhajanti, the bhajana of Lord, seva of the Lord. What is bhajana? So many times in our earlier classes we have explained, defined. Here again Bhagavan is specifying. Hmm. The six things are told here. Few more things are told in the next sloka. Because they are exhaustively explained, I will only enumerate them. What are they? Sloka number 14 it is. Satatam kirtayantaha mam. With their mouth, they do my own kirtana. In whatever the way. Bhajana, namaskar, namasmarana, japa, doing his katha, all of them come under kirtana. Yatantah, all faculties, precious, which are given by the Lord. They don't squander them in unwanted channels. They keep all of them controlled, ready to do the service of God. Like the soldiers or the PA or PS. With whatever the things given, they stand there for receiving the order from the Swami, whoever has employed them to do the work. They don't go here and there like government office. चले गए बस घूमने, काम नहीं कर रहे ऑफिस में, चाय पीने गए, नाश्ता करने गए, शॉपिंग करने गए, दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट में दोस्तों को मिलने गए, दे आल लड्डू. नो, दे डोंट हियर. Yatantaha means all faculties are in their full control. Feel the meaning of each of these most crucial sadhana. Every one of them are important. None of our faculties should be squandered here and there, that we are not available for the God's work. No. Think more about this deep thought. I have many things in me to share to you with lots of examples. I give the example of that chowkidar or watchman or servant. ऐसे रहते, कहीं नहीं जाना. Whatever he says, he does. We have to be like that. Because he is the giver of everything. Later on, he will give us his own experience, darshanam. He will merge us in him. Then how can anywhere we can go? How can we allow our senses mind to get squandered? No. Therefore, yatantaha. Then drudha. In this kirtana and yatanam, they are drudha and they do it as vrata. Then whatever we receive for that, namasyantescha mam bhaktya. With bhakti, they do only namaskar to me. In this way, nitya yukta. They are always nitya yukta, tuned to me, yoked to me only. In this way, they become upasate, come very, very close to me. They are never ever away from me. Feel how it looks like. When we are close physically in our senses, mind, intellect, only to the Lord. We are away from world and problems have gone. What is required for us? Bhagavan will tell in 22nd sloka, I will give you yoga kshemam vahami. This sloka 14 is so important, my dearest friends. This is the meaning of doing Bhagavan's bhajana. That when you know that he is the Bhuta Adi and Avyaya, that you will know when you have Daivi Prakriti. That you will have when you don't indulge in nonsense works. That nonsense work, indulgence stops when you don't have Rakshasi Asuri Prakriti. That you will avoid when you don't go to that company, that type of people, that type of thoughts, that type of projects. When you avoid, take up Daivi Prakriti company, you get the Daivi Prakriti in you. You come regularly to Gita classes, the Gita knowledge will with you. Go to all nonsense other things, you will get that. Choice is whose, life is whose. You'll have to make it or mar it. It's in your hands. Okay. Having said this, continued Bhagavan कि ज्ञान यज्ञ च अन्ये यजन्तः माम उपासते. So earlier were with the mana devotion, with the senses and body, worship of God. तो कर्मेंद्रिय, ज्ञानेन्द्रिय, मन से वो साधनाएं किए गए. Satatam kirtayantaha with mount. Yatantaha senses controlled and with them did whatever required for God. Then Yatanta Drudavrataha Namasyantaha at the body level. Nitya Yukta Avasate all mind. Now intellect also. Jnana Yajnena cha api anye. Others through Jnana Yajna, they do my Yajna and Upasana. Jnana Yajna they do. What is Jnana Yajna? In the fire of gained true, authentic, correct, complete knowledge, the earlier ignorance is offered as an oblation. पहले का बेवकूफ़ी को समिधा बनाकर नया वाला जो ज्ञान शास्त्रों से हमने पाया, जो अग्नि के समान है, उसमें स्वाहा करना is called ज्ञान यज्ञ. Like I don't know driving, that is ignorance. Now you learn the knowledge how to drive. In that how to drive jnanam, which is like Agni, the Ajnana is offered. Okay, and what is Jnana Yajna in Vedanta? Pure contemplation meditation, in which we use the Upanishadic teachings through the analysis, contemplation on those teachings. We become very subtle. First of all, with that subtle vision, we see the truth, the Lord that is there behind whatever is seen. That is called Jnana Yajna. Okay. Like seeing the door as door is ordinary information. But knowing the door to be the wood is a jnana. Because in Vyavahara we call it as door, but it cannot be without the wood. So that's a jnana. Wood is without tree, it cannot be. So tree is the door. Tree cannot be without earth. Earth cannot be without water and fire and air and space. And space cannot be without Bhagavan. Now, what is Jnana Yajna? Seeing the door, but knowing it is nothing but the Lord only in this form. This is Jnana. That Lord very much is there in the door also, in the form of Avyakta Murti, which was said in the third and fourth shloka. That Avyakta Murti is Sat and Chit. In this way, everything is that Paramatma in that Jnana. There is something other than Paramatma is there. This Ajnana is offered as oblation. That's called Jnana Ignena, Ekatvena. And that Brahman is me. Some people Prutatvena, Bahuda Vishruto Mukham. Others, with that one without second knowledge or without it, they worship the Lord as remaining as devotee for him, other than him. Then he organizes so many idols in his puja room. He worships Bahudha. He will worship in the form of the other beings. Vishwato Mukham. Entire world is Bhagavan only. In this way, the bhajana of the Lord is done. All of them is Jnana Yajnas. Other ones are Dravya Yajna. Intellectually recognizing the Lord everywhere is Jnana Yajna. Having the bhavana that the Lord is there in or that murti, this murti, doing upasana, etc., are the Dravya Yajnas. Okay. In this way, when it is said, a doubt is raised. When they are doing in a Pruthak Rupa worship, how it reaches you? How do you say that they are doing your own upasana? Hmm? They are doing of different rupas. Krishna ka, Rama ka, alag alag kar rahe. How do you say that they are all doing your own upasana? From here onwards, Bhagavan says, an important thing. Oh my dear, in the form of all this, I only am there. One shloka yesterday we saw. Now this becomes Vijnana for us that in these forms, Bhagwan alone is there. That practice we have to do because Bhagwan himself is saying in that Gita. And what is the basic reason for all it? Before the creation, the Lord alone was there. If at all the creation has to come, it has to come from Him. It should have Him all around, within. है ना सारे दुनिया में भगवान को होना ही चाहिए बिकॉज बिफोर दुनिया भगवान अलोन वाज देयर. So this intellectual knowledge, when you keep intact, there will be no hesitation in knowing the fact that every form is His only. Before the parts were made, mud alone was there. However, all parts are nothing but mud only. Before the entire world is made, only Akshar Parabrahma, Satchidananda Parabrahma, Sat Chit Brahma alone was there. However, all of that is His own name and form given. So, what is part? A name and form given to mud. What is the whole universe? A form and name given to the God. That's it. So simple to understand. But everything is taken as real and Lord is forgotten. And to these things which took as real, we have given the happiness value and we are running behind it. All this is samsara, ignorance, which you will know after 10, 20 years if you thoroughly study Gita Upanishads. Then you know what is what, then you will never be caught up in anything. Anyway, that's a higher thing. Now Bhagavan started telling to us in this 18th, 16th shloka, Aham kratuho, Aham yajnaha, Aham swadha, Aham aushadham, mantraha Aham, Ahameva ajyam, Aham agnihi, Aham hutam. In all these forms, I alone am there. Kratu I am, the yajna vishesha. Yajna I am, where the oblations are offered. Swadha aham, the offerings done to the Pitru Devatas or generally food for all. Aushadam I am. That means the food for all or the medicine I am there for any disease, including doctor and all. Mantroham. I am the mantra, mantra artha, mantra drashta, mantra diksha. मंत्र का बताते हैं तो बाकी सारे हमको समझना चाहिए. अहम एव आज्यम. I am the oblate ghee that is poured. So ghee I am, the ghee giving cow I am, cow eating grass I am. Aham Agnihi. I am the fire into which the oblations are offered. In the fire, the heating power, the light power, all of that is me only. I manifest, I unmanifest. Every firewood has fire but unmanifest. When it is lit, it is manifest. Finally, Hutam Aham, the action of Havana Kriya Swaha, in that also me. Now, these each one we have to practice. This is called a bhajana of the Lord. Because they are already God. We don't see them as God, we separate them. We say they are something different and independent. Finally, every Vyavahara goes on, going on without change. But what change happens is in our wisdom, knowledge that in and through everything, the divine alone is there. Like I am talking. In the talking, how many things are there? The words of a language with different connotation or meaning are there. But the words are coming out of the Vayu. The Vayu is coming out of the Fefda, but that is taken into me by the nostrils. So in this speech, the word, the meaning of the word, the air which is thrown out, the tongue which is moving, the moving of the tongue in the form of the lungs, inhaling, outside Vayu, that having gone inside, becoming Prana Shakti, taking the form of Shabda Shakti. All of that is He only. We have to do practice. But that Bhagavan can be recognized truly only in the cave of our heart through meditation. Never forget it. Once you see Him, you will see Him everything. But now, to avoid our unnecessary involvement in the world, we are told everything is God. Therefore, don't touch, don't disturb, don't indulge. Don't take the world as an object of enjoyment. Clear? Go inside yourself. Then today we will see the one more sloka, only the chanting 3 times let us do. Little meaning only I will say. Tomorrow, if at all required, one more we touch. Okay, we are entering into the chanting of 17th mantra. 18 we do tomorrow. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namah. श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ नवमोऽध्यायः राजविद्या राजगुह्ययोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच अथ सप्तदश श्लोकः Chant together 3 times. पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः रुक्सामयजुरेव च पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः रुक्सामयजुरेव च पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः रुक्सामयजुरेव च once more पिताहमस्य जगतः माता धाता पितामहः वेद्यं पवित्रमोङ्कारः रुक्सामयजुरेव च. Be careful about it. Pita aham asya jagatah. For the entire world, I am the first main father. Aham bija pita, he'll say in the 14th chapter again. For the entire world, I am the father. You have your father, your mother, everybody has their own. But for the whole world, I am Pita. I am the father. Mata, I am also the mother. So father means the creator, maintainer, nurturer and nourisher. In that connotation, we have to take the meaning of the word Pita, father. Father means Janayita, then Palana Poshana Karta. Mata, Mata Samrakshana Karta. Then what father brings, she cooks and gives children. She throughout the day takes care of them. So in that way, the creator, sustainer, nurturer, nourisher, father is Bhagavan. While this is happening, the protector, the love giver, the caretaker, with all those feelings, whom we call as mother, Bhagavan alone is there. Now, should it not now create in us that feeling? Thank you, Bhagavan, as mother and father. Like mother and father, you are taking care of the entire universe. है ना त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव. Kunti Devi tells this shloka about Lord Krishna. Your mother, your father, you are the bandhu saka, you are the vidya, knowledge, dravinam. Tvameva sarvam. Dravinam means wealth. There's a cinema gana in Hindi. Tumi ho mata, pita tumi ho bandhu sakha tumi ho. So pita ahamasya jagataha. So in the meaning of what mother and father do, that meaning way you have to understand the God to be the mother and father of not you and me isolated, but asya jagataha, of the entire universe. Okay. Then dhata. Dhata means the one who supports us. Mhm. Giver. Giver of whatever we do the upasana, karma, उसका फल मिलना है ना, वो देने वाले को धाता कहते हैं. दान देने वाले को दाता कहते हैं. कर्म का फल देने वाले भगवान is धाता. When we do give some dana, it's called data. Da, simple da, second is dha. So दाता is दान करने वाला. धाता is कर्म फल को देने वाला. पुण्य हो या पाप हो, साधना हो. So पिता मैं हूँ, माता मैं हूँ. Then पितामह से माता धाता, then माता भी मैं हूँ, Dhata mein hu. Then Pitamaha. Dhata understood? Karma phala Dhata is the Dhata. Punya Papa Karma ka. Okay. Then Pitamaha means father's father. Hmm. I am the father of all fathers. I am the father also, father of all fathers. So if you take your father somebody, then सबके बाप के बाप मैं हूँ. बाप मैं हूँ, बाप रे मैं हूँ, बाप रे बाप वो भी मैं ही हूँ. Is it not? Because in and through our father, grandfather, what is expressing is that life only. That life is Bhagwan. Without the life, without the existence principle, consciousness principle, can father, mother, they exist? No. Therefore, who is there in them? That in that one, God only. Therefore, Pita, Mata, Bhagavan only. Pitama. Then Vedyam. Vedyam means what? In that knowing which everything becomes known, nothing more remains to be known. That to be known thing is the Lord only. Therefore, we have to discover God. Then you don't need to know anything because everything is God, you will know. Without knowing God, everything known is wrong knowledge because there is nothing other than God. Therefore, Vedya Vastu to be known और कोई है भगवान है. Then Pavitram means I am the one who is purer than purest because I am one without second. I purify all. Because my leelas, when you listen, my gunas, when you gunagan karoge, when you do what I say, all of that purifies you, removes all impurities. That's why Pavitra. Then Omkaraha, I am the Pranava Omkara, which came in the 8th chapter. Om Ityeka Aksharam Brahma Vyaharan. Visana, the one syllable, one word. Syllable hai, word we have, Om. It is a one lettered word. Om is me. Omkaraha. Then the three Vedas, Ruksama Yajurevacha, I am that. Okay. That Ruksama Yajur Vedas, which tell us what karma we have to do, how to know the God. They are the authority, the Vedas. In the Rupa of Vedas, I am only. So Rukyeju Sama Tarana Veda I am, Omkara I am, the Vastu to be known is I am the grandfather, I am the giver of Karma Phala, I am the mother, I am father of the entire universe. This is what we have to worship now. Doing this is called bhajanti. So those who have Devi Prakriti, in this way they worship. For them, later on, they have all inner samskara that everything is God. In that way, when they go on continuing, adding with that, I want to have the darshana and anubhuti of God. For that, the Guru gives some upasanas. When they are used and done, you will have Bhagavad anubhuti and darshan. Okay, these are all Bhagwan's expressions. Clear? Now, next one, Gatir Bharta is a huge, beautiful shloka, which is telling about other expressions of the Lord. That we have to practice that these are all Bhagavan only. Thus, our heart should be filled that everything is Paramatma. Practically, हमको करना है. Not that I told you, but I am not doing, then I won't get benefit. You also heard, forgot and taken the world as real. You are मोगाशा मोग कर्माणा कर रहे हो, तो इस गीता ज्ञान का कोई फायदा नहीं हो. Practice is important. ठीक है? Tomorrow we'll see some more of this one. Then the 18th, 19th talk about Bhagwan elaborately. Gatir Bharta, Prabhu, Sakshi, Nivasa, Sharanam, Zohruta, Prabhavaha, Pralaya, Stanam, Nidanam, Bijamabhyam. All are me only, Bhagwan says. Common understanding? None of them can exist without the pure existence and consciousness. Bhagavan is existence and consciousness. Therefore, Bhagavan alone is there in and through all of them. Clear? Now let us do our common sense thought. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Common sense thought. I'll give you a hint. You do the homework. Common sense thought, the mind's mischief. Mind's mischief of taking pleasures only as the goal. And always mind is indulging only in how to procure and gain the pleasures. Thus, getting enslaved to the pleasures, we only direct our lives, entire energy only in doing those things. And when they are not honestly gained, we fall to the level of doing any negativity. Now, what is the antidote for it? Bring the intellect. and reanalyze and reassess. Key, what should be our goal? First of all, think: are we human beings or we are pajama or animal? Human being. Do we have dimag or not? We are not asking you are using or not. दिमाग है हम यूज करो for a human being as with the intellect and all. How many great evolutionary things are there as possibilities to achieve? Should we not aim at them as the goals? Up to Paramatma Prapti, a human being can achieve. But do we know even that information? No. Why? Lost in the pleasures, which is the mind's mischief. Telling us that alone is goal. Like the कुत्ता गधा सुबह उठते ही क्या खाऊं देखती रहती हो खा के सो जाती बस other than eating and mating and dying they don't have goal. Mind mischief is it makes us also think like that, you feel like that, which is wrong. Hurry, you are a human being. You can have, depending on your own nature, depending on the requirement of society, at that time, you can aim at great goals and work towards it. Highest goal is spiritual goal. Set the spiritual goal. I want to experience the Lord. Don't experience the pakoda. Once in a while you enjoy, but you can't have every day the bhoga only as lakshya. Mind's mischief is bhog ko hi lakshya banata hai, yog ko nahi. So bring the buddhi and understand through Shastra and others guidance कि the human life is for so many things. You can be a scientist, doctor, lawyer. You can serve the world in some or the other fields. You can be an artist, a creative person. In those goals, we have to spend our time, not in pleasures only, through the senses in the objects. That pulls us down. It makes us slave to that. Just a simple question. Is a bhogi appreciated by the world? कि सबसे बड़ा भोगी है तेरे को भोगी रत्न दे देंगे. And when we also are bhogi, not achieving anything in the world, do you think we feel really happy? 99% will not. 1% that बेवकूफ होता होगा कि I'm enjoying, I'm happy in that. But many of us, after that bhoga, we feel regretted and guilty, especially when we see others, when they have achieved great things with the same opportunities in the same time, which was given to us also. The meaning is what? That person achieved medicine and all that, I have not achieved. If that thought comes, means what? We are in regret and guilt. That means what we have done, the bhoga, instead of studying, is wrong. That we have accepted. Everyone feels it. Though any of the goal, let the life be not pleasure oriented, but goal oriented. Like my goal. What's my goal? My goal is to purify my heart, to make single pointed my mind, to make sharp and subtle my intellect, and use these three to deeply study Shastra. In that, what is told about Paramatma and his relation with the world, thoroughly I understand. Then go into the deep meditation. In that, discover that Paramatma. This is my goal. It may take 10,000 lives, 1,000 lives. I don't know when to achieve. Why should I worry? My goal is that I will be in the world. I eat my food. I have to be alive. But 24 hours I cannot be a bhogi. I eat food. Stomach full हो गया. चलो काम करो अपना हमारे लक्ष्य को पाने का. And the more stronger I am in my lakshya, more I will dedicate my time, energy to that. Then I talk on Geetha, etc. to you, myself also. Then my desire to know the God becomes intensified, called burning desire. Then all this I छोड़ो, in between only I leave you. 9 chapter आधा हो गया, बाकी कर लो. मैं भागूंगा जंगल में अपने ध्यान के लिए. Somewhere. If my desire is intense for my goal. But goal should be something higher, greater. Cannot be nidra, cannot be pleasures. Bhoga and nidra can never be the lakshya. And that's what the mind, with its mischief, makes us feel like that. So bring the intellect, observe others who are achieving great things, observe, study the books, listen to the masters, look within your ability, capacity. First of all, know that you are a human being, not a buffalo, not a pajama. Human being means pursuit of excellence he has to be. He'll have to have great, grand, glorious goals for himself, outer, for the world, external, for himself again, spiritual, and for the world, spiritual goals. अपना भौतिक आउटर गोल, वर्ल्ड के लिए आउटर गोल, अपना स्पिरिचुअल गोल, वर्ल्ड के स्पिरिचुअल गोल, ये चारों होना है एज ए ह्यूमन बीइंग. So mind's mischief of taking pleasures and indulgence as goal, which is wrong. As a human, set the higher goals and work towards it. Common sense thought. Thank you. Today we'll take up our Krishna's shloka, third one. Om Ata Shri Balamukunda Ashtakam Indivara Shyamala Komala Angam. Indivara Shyamala Komala Angam. Shyamala in that cloud like darkish color, but Komala, very tender, are the Anga of Balakrishna. Cute. Indra Adi Deva Archita Pada Padmam. All the Indra Adi Devatas come and do the Archana to the Pada of Bhagavan Krishna. Santana Kalpadrumam Ashritanam. Ashritanam, those who surrender to him. For him, the Lord is Kalpadruma, the Kalpa Vruksha. I told you one day, the Kalpa Vruksha, the Kamadhenu, the Chintamani. These three are the ones which give whatever you want. मणि को हाथ में पकड़ो, चिंतामणि, यू आस्क एनी चिंता डू, दैट विल कम टू. कल्प वृक्ष के नीचे खड़े होके जो भी मांगो, मैं कामधेनु से कुछ भी मांगो, यू गेट इट. इन दिस वे कल्प वृक्ष इज भगवान, हु फॉर होम आश्रितानाम. संतान कल्पद्रुम. संतान इज नॉट चिल्ड्रन, इट्स ए टेक्निकल वर्ड. सम्यक तनोति इति संतान. Tanot means spreading. So the grandfather through the father through the son is spreading. In that meaning, the word used there as santana. But that doesn't mean santana is only to the children, the born to the parents, only santana. No. Santana ko you can add a santati. So everywhere it is santati. Like the vruksha santati. From the tree, the seed from the seed tree. Pashu santati. Manava santati. Along with that, the Guru Shishya also santati. So Shishya is not santana to the Guru. That way which you misunderstand. But Guru के लिए शिष्य यह क्या नाद संतति है वो, not Bindu santati. Through the teaching he has become father and the student has become the child. Or santanam santati. So to boss and subordinate santati. The training giving person, trainer and trainee santati. The business में next generation is given the work, it is a santati. So संतान कल्पद्रुम मतलब संतत नित्य निरंतर जो हम मांगते हैं वो देने के लिए लॉर्ड इज लाइक कल्प वृक्ष. Therefore such Balam Mukundam, to that Bala Krishna Manasa in my heart Smarami, I meditate. Okay, chant it 6 times. Your target is 108. 98 आप कर लो. I used to do lot of times. Nowadays energy is less, so I am reducing. I am not insistent because I have faith in you. You can do it. I can do some other works also. Start. Om Shri Balakrishna Anugrahena Upanishadukta Brahmanubhuti Praptyartham Purane Ityasokta Bhagavad Bhagavata Darshana Anugraha Praptyartham Sanatana Dharma se Vaidika Hindava Samskute hai Vishwavyaptyartham समस्त सनातन संस्थापकानां दिग्विजयार्थम समस्त युवानामपि संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयाप्राप्त्यर्थम तेषां हृदये माता पितृभक्ति, देशभक्ति, सनातन धर्मभक्ति, धर्म भगवत भक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम बालमुकुंदाष्टकांतर्गत कृष्ण परमात्मना श्लोकस्य जपं पारायणं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम इंदीवरश्यामलकोमलांगं इन्द्रादिदेवार्चितपादपद्मं सन्तानकल्पद्रुममाश्रितानां बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि. इन्दीवरश्यामलकोमलांगं इन्द्रादिदेवार्चितपादपद्मं सन्तानकल्पद्रुममाश्रितानां बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि. इन्दीवरश्यामलकोमलांगं इन्द्रादिदेवार्चितपादपद्मं सन्तानकल्पद्रुममाश्रितानां बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि. इन्दीवरश्यामलकोमलाङ्गम् इन्द्रादिदेवार्चितपादपद्मं सन्तानकल्पध्रुवमाश्रितानां बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि इन्दीवरश्यामलकोमलाङ्गम् इन्द्रादिदेवार्चितपादपद्मं सन्तानकल्पध्रुवमाश्रितानां बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि इन्दीवरश्यामलकोमलाङ्गम् इन्द्रादिदेवार्चितपादपद्मं सन्तानकल्पद्रुममाश्रितानां बालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि. In any tune you can do. Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami, Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami, Indivara Syamalako Malangam, Indradi Deva Chidapada Padmam, Santana Kalpa Droma Sritanam, Balam Mukundam Manasa Smara. Know the meaning, go into that meditational mood, keep Lord Krishna's Bala Krishna in your heart, doing hands folded salutations to him with the meaning. Chant this shloka and feel I am doing salutations to the Lord. You are the Kalpadruma for Ashrita. I am surrendering to you. This is what is my desire. I just want to be a noble human being, live a good, healthy, long life without any diseases, any problems, any sudden deaths. I must do my jobs properly, my duty of taking care of parents, everybody properly. Oh Lord, ultimately what I want is have your beautiful darshanam. Today, tomorrow, we'll see the Markandeji in our evening class, seeing Balakrishna in that Vatapatra. Clear? And also, bless me with the Anubhuti of what I am ultimately. In this way, every day when you chant 5, 6 times and pray, all this gets deposited in our recesses of the our samskara kosha. So it is noted by the Lord also. Then as this deposit goes, becomes more, we become deserved for some higher and greater things. Let us experience that. Thank you. So this is Balamukunda Ashtakam Slokam. Common sense thought is mind's mischief of making us take pleasures as goal, which is wrong. We are human beings. We have to aim at the educational, professional, social, devotional, spiritual goals. Keep on achieving them. In your Gita today, we have seen Pita Aham Asya Jagatah, Mata, Dhata, Pitamaha, Vedyam, Pavitram Omkara, Ruksama, Isurevacha. All of that are me only. Do this is called, this way going on thinking is called Bhajan of Bhagavan. Finally, everything is Bhagavan. That Bhava should become Druda in us. When somebody asks, hey, did you experience Bhagavan? Did you see? You tell them, I have not yet, but I am in the process. In the process, I am told by Geetha and Krishna that do the practice of taking me everything as God, I am doing it. Once I become thorough in that without any doubt, full Shraddha, the Lord will give me that subtlety to enter into the study of Shastra deeply, meditate. Then in that meditation, I will experience that real God who is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. From that standpoint, when I see what I did earlier was right, that Lord alone is everything. I am on that job. Tell if anybody asks. You also be clear about it. What we are learning in Gita, along with our worldly success, the spirituality in this particularly chapter 9 is this is the thing. As and when you are continuing to come to my these classes, you become familiar to me, I am to you. When I find you are being regular and grasping more deeper and higher and subtler way, we talk on the Shastras. In any case, you started coming. Don't stop these things. Continue throughout life. Keep on being the learner of our Shastra. Now you know how great are our Shastras and our Sanatan Dharma, Vedic Samskruti, how it envisages vision for the entire universe, for its spiritual evolution and realization from the bondages. Thank you. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat Sajjana Shantimapnuyat Shanto Muccheta Vandebhya Muktashanyan Vimochet Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Murutyorma Amritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Paramanushibhyo Namaha Brahmane Namaha Shrutimatre Namaha Gita Matre Namaha Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha Vedavyasa Maharshi Namaha Asmatgurubhyo Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Good friends, God bless you all. Guru bless you all. Gita Mata bless you all. Guru Parampara bless you all. Vyasa Bhagavan bless you all. May your intellects become sharper, subtler, diviner, expanded to gain all knowledge. Leave the knowledge, LIVE, leave the ignorance, and become for yourself successful inside and outside. Become an example and guide to all. That is what is the only reason for which we are having these classes. We don't have any our personal selfish motives. Thank you, friends.